Hi there, and welcome to your new home and welcome to Annapolis Property Services. My name's Peter, and I'm going to be running through a few items that are going to expedite your move-in and make your transition to your new home super smooth. So in this presentation, we're going to be going over how to access your online account, make rent payments and handle utility bills, how to submit and manage maintenance requests, emergency situations, your move-in procedure, lockouts, property walkthroughs, any changes to your lease and renter's insurance, and finally your move-in checklist. Firstly, online account access. By now you should have received an email allowing you to access your online account. If not, you can also just go to our website, annapolispropertyservices.com, and just look for the green button on each page that says Residents Login. Once logged in, you'll be able to make rent payments, set up automated payments, access copies of documents, see announcements and updates, and get in contact with us. Rent and rent payment options. So rent is due on the first day of every month. Rent received after the first is considered late, and on the 5th of the month, a late fee is applied and a failure to pay rent filed with the courts. So if for any reason you're ever going to be late with your rent, later than the 5th, please make contact with us and let us know the situation ahead of time. How to pay rent? You can pay rent in a multitude of different ways. The most efficient and easiest is through your online account, where you can do an EFT payment. There's no additional fee for this. You can set it up to be an automatic payment or make one-off payments, and different tenants can make different payments. Again, there's no additional fees, and this is definitely the easiest way to make rent payments. A second way is through bill pay, through your bank. You can do this online. That is, they traditionally cut us a check and mail it to us. So please allow at least 5 days timing on that if you do that through your bank, and set that up 5 days in advance of when rent is due. You can also give us a check. You can either mail that to our office, or we do have a 24-hour drop box here at the office which you can drop in at any time. And finally, you can also use a credit card. You do this through your online account. There is a convenience fee that does apply to that. Next up, we've got utility information. If you haven't yet done so, please call BG&E on 1-800-685-0123 and move the gas and electric into your name. If you don't have gas, that's fine. It's all on one bill. But please put the electric into your name by calling BG&E, and they will make it effective for your move-in date. All water and wastewater bills are slightly different. If you're in the city or the county, water bills will be mailed to the office and emailed to you directly. They will remain in the owner's name, so they come to us and then we'll email them to you and you can pay them directly. And they will include usage and wastewater charges. If you're on well water, there's no water usage bill. There is often a quarterly flat rate wastewater bill. Again, this stays in the owner's name and comes to us, and we will email it to you to pay directly. If you're on a septic tank system, there's no wastewater bill, but you will need to get the system pumped as needed. If you're on oil or propane, please just check the level, the time of move-in of those tanks, and you'll just need to return the property at that level when you vacate. Also, point to note, because the quarterly water bills are quarterly, the first and last bill will often be prorated. So that will then be, if that's the case, it will then be added to your ledger and you can pay us directly for those. But once you've been in for a full period, the bills will then be emailed to you to pay directly. Maintenance requests. So we do have an online portal where you can submit all non-emergency maintenance requests. It's on each page, and there's a button that says maintenance request. Once you've logged in, you'll be able to submit maintenance requests, correspond directly with our maintenance team and vendors, schedule appointment times. Next up, we've got lock boxes. So all of our properties are now equipped with a combination lockbox. This is to facilitate vendor access to your home if you're not available when they need to get in to access the property for any maintenance requests. You can remove the Mox box as needed, and if you wish, you can change the code. Just be sure to make sure you let us know the new code if you do change it. There's also a short video on how to operate the box, how to remove it and add it to the door, and change the combination. Resident maintenance responsibilities. So as a resident, you're responsible for all normal home maintenance. This includes upkeep of the yard, water conditioning systems and filters, winterization, especially hose bibs, gutter cleaning, pest control, and changing the HVAC filter at least once every 3 months. Plumbing blockages. Residents are responsible for any plumbing blockage unless it's been caused by a collapsed drain. Structural and non-structural repairs. Structural repairs to the property are an owner's responsibility. Just submit those online. Any resident-caused damages are your responsibility. And there's a $100 deductible for all appliance and non-structural repairs. Emergency situations. So we do have a 24-hour emergency number that's managed in-house. Our emergency number is 410-878-6539. We do recommend putting that into your phone or having that somewhere. They're safe should you need it. We do manage it in-house, and one of our managers is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And so please only call if it is an emergency. So an emergency is considered anything that is of immediate threat to your safety or could cause damage to the property. If there is a threat to your safety, please call 911 first and then our emergency number. Leave a message and we will call you right back. Please note that if you are calling us in the middle of the night, you will be waking one of us up. So please only call if it is a true emergency. Examples of emergencies are fire, flood, burst pipe, gas leak, property damage, etc. Examples of non-emergencies are a broken appliance, non-functioning AC, or a power outage. If you do have a power outage, or there's limited power in the house, please call BG&E and report it to them directly. Lockouts. So should at any stage you get locked out of your house, we hold a set of keys here in the office. And if it's during normal business hours, you're more than welcome to come up here and pick up a key at no additional cost. If it's after hours, you can call our emergency number, 410-878-6539, and we can either bring a key to you or you can meet us at the office if we're available. Lockout fees and all locksmith fees will then apply. Property walkthroughs. So we complete semi-annually property walkthroughs. So twice a year we come through your home, and they're usually scheduled electronically about 1 week in advance. You do not need to be present. And if your property is within the city of Annapolis limits, there'll be an additional annual inspection with a city inspector. We accompany the inspector, but please check all your smoke and CO detectors prior to any city inspection to prevent any failure or issues on those inspections. If there is an issue, please let us know ahead of time. Lease extensions and move-out details. Really strange to think of this now as you're just moving in, but approximately 60 days prior to your lease, the end of your lease term, please let us know if you wish to extend your lease or if you'll be vacating the property. Either way, just need to be confirmed in writing, but just let us know your plans. Anywhere from sort of 90 days out, we can start working on that for you. If you are going to be moving out, we will then send you more detailed instructions on how the move-out process works and send that to you at the time. Early lease termination. So if for any reason you need to terminate your lease prior to the end of its current term, you are rent responsible until a new tenant can be found. Once we find a new tenant, your lease can be terminated without penalty. There is a $950 relisting cost, and that is added to your ledger and needs to be paid at the time of lease break. Once a new resident takes possession of the property, your lease can be terminated without any penalty, and any early lease terminations must be confirmed in writing. More details on this are available on your lease and also in your tenant handbook. Security and pet deposits. We hold all deposits in an interest-bearing account, and your receipt is part of your lease. Providing there's no damage to the property beyond normal wear and tear, you will receive your deposit with interest within 30 to 45 days of your lease end date. Please just be sure to make sure that we have your forwarding address. Insurance. So please make sure that you've obtained renter's insurance policy to cover all of your belongings and have a minimum liability coverage of $250,000. Please also give us a copy of that insurance so we can keep it on file for you, and make sure there's sufficient coverage for the full value of all of your personal belongings. That's really it. All that's left now is for you to complete the move-in checklist and return it to us. Please just initial each box, make sure that you've understood all those items, and then sign on the bottom line and return it to us either by fax, in person, or via email. And that's it. Welcome to your new home. If you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to get in contact with us. And again, welcome to Annapolis Property Services.